Bus drivers have appealed to government to revise the act slapped on those found contravening. The drivers from Kulima Tower bus station have disclosed that the current economic situation cannot allow them to go on paying more than 270 kwacha amid its poor salaries. Some said most of their superiors have been forfeiting their monthly salaries because they failed to meet their daily cashing.
The fares, if the charges were reduced maybe by 50,000 or 35,000, we would have managed to cash in. But the problem comes in when they charge you, it goes from 270 to 540. So that's where our business is affected.
Certain drivers have complained that they are unable to manage to provide for their families as a result of spending too much on patrol police officers.
So that's why the charges
And Kulima Tower Hoodlands bus station chairperson Nicholas Banda says most drivers have minimal salaries and are disadvantaged further through the money paid to certain police officers that is unreceipted.
Sometimes 2 hours to Central Police. Then soon I talk aside. When we are at 270. 270 as a driver single one is. So I'm gonna force it's a corrupt. Kumbala 100,000 police. I used to more 100,000 in by the time when the question was post was 200,000. Then I'm a post is more than understand when I wanting a pension, I go a bus. When I'm on them when I just say so at the end of the month, I go that I shoot a 500.
But the Zambia Police Acting spokesperson Ray Hamonga has called on bus drivers to abide by the rules that govern their business. He maintained that the Zambia Police will never tolerate corruption and that any police officer found wanting should be reported to the relevant authorities. The Zambia Police has responded on the concerns raised by these drivers. It now remains to be seen if the bus drivers will abide by the set rules, which will not only better their living conditions, but also save people's lives. Grace Makoni Lubinda, Muvi TV News in Lusaka.
Despite the Competition and Consumers Protection Commission's decision to ban disclaimers such as no return, no refund, the trend has continued. This trend has affected many consumers as they feel their rights are being violated by the disclaimers. A check by Muvi TV Business News at Lusaka's Kamala Shopping Business Center found some shops had displayed their disclaimers in their shops. Charity Sakala, a trader, says when a customer buys goods from her shop, they are allowed to return that product after a day, but money is not returned.
You find that some people, they come, they buy something, then after a week, that's when they come and they want to exchange it for, they want to be given back their money. On that basis, we can, because we even give them a period.
Yes, we are allowed to return, but not to give them money, but to change the property.
Meanwhile, the Competition and Consumers Protection Commission Public Relations Officer, Hanford Chaba, has advised the consumers to look around and get more details on their commodity before they buy a product to avoid being discriminated by traders.
Consumers have to shop around. When they shop around for their best services, for their best goods, then now that's when they can make this kind of decision from an informed point of view. And in fact, before committing their finances, they need, as consumers, to know and understand the kind of product they are getting.
The Competition and Consumer Protection Commission Act number 24 of 2010 protects consumers against unfair trade practices. As such, those found displaying the disclaimers will face the wrath of the law. Naomi Chulu, Muvi TV Business News in Lusaka.
These people are living with a virus that causes AIDS and they survive on antiretroviral drugs, which is currently in a short supply across the country. Their worry is, how are they going to survive? Aisha Mumba has been taking antiretroviral drugs for the past 8 years. The country is running out of enough ARVs and her life is now sloping.
Please, Asilamu na bazafa bambi tikireko nzeru kumankwala tetemeti pempa maningi chikuru maningi chaitumi.
Some other Muslim women cannot avoid breaking the secret of their HIV infection since they want things to be normalized.
Mankwala pa kushoda tikaliyo yapa tisachita bwanji nishikuliye chamene chitinga pake nikule kokana olanene utitie kuchipatala neni kukana kainuzwa ti mankwala kulibe
batinena ali ambakali manje nga kulya abashira ambe fino mutule shota ngefine balanda abananti chakula abashani bantu akola tafuma kunganda klinika chinalwala alefika kula bamwe batona olwale fya so mutitakuli manje nishitala abashani.
Sheikh Assembly Grand Mufti of the Grand Mufti of Zambia, Sheikh Asadullah Mwale, has threatened to mobilize the victims and other stakeholders to approach the Ministry of Health and seek the way forward on the matter.
Our only alternative is to come together with other advocacies so that we urge them, let us come up with a team, then we go to the Ministry of Health and tell them, because it's mandatory, it's written, it's a law, that we have to have access free of ARVs.
The Grand Mufti has called on government to seriously address the shortage of ARVs in the country.
We urge them to put more effort, concerted effort, political will over the same.
Recently, Deputy Minister of Health Dr. Patrick Chikusu said the country has never run in short of ARVs, but that only distribution has been moving at a slow pace. Jenje Chizu, Muvi TV News, Lusaka.
Mining is a crucial part of the Zambian economy, with its direct contribution to the gross domestic product (GDP) being approximately 11% in 2010 and the indirect possibly even up to 50%. Despite the recent decline in copper prices on the global market, investment in the mining sector continues to grow. Among the various projects in the country is the ongoing construction of the Kalumbira Trident mining project by First Quantum Minerals Limited in Solwezi, Northwestern Province. The mining plant, an investment of $1.8 billion United States dollars, is expected to be complete by the first half of 2014, with a production target of 700,000 tons per annum by 2015. First Quantum Minerals FQM Resettlement and Community Engagement Manager Garth Lapman says the project is advancing well.
In order to meet the project's deliverables and deadlines.
Various mining reports like the Zambia Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative have in the recent past projected growth in the mining sector to about 1.3 billion United States dollars by 2015 due to increased mining activities. The sector contributes over 80% of foreign earnings to the economy. This growth is only guaranteed with the demand for copper, which is fueled by the electronic industry, which is on the upswing. With this boost in the mining sector like this project, come 2014, Zambia, one of the top 10 world producers of copper, stands to benefit from this huge investment. Bruce Male, Muvi TV Business News, Solwezi, Northwestern Province.
A few weeks ago, the country was hit by a fuel shortage, and Energy and Water Development Minister Christopher Yaluma reiterated that the country had enough fuel at Indeni and cancelled oil marketing companies to avoid making an unnecessary shortage. Apparently, this shortage has persisted. A snap survey conducted in Lusaka has revealed that some filling stations had run short of the product, while others had long queues of motorists fueling their vehicles. The motorists have been inconvenienced.
Anyway, it's very hard moving around without fuel. But the point here is we need maybe an explanation to why maybe there is that hiccup. Though some filling stations have, I don't know about the others. So right now I'm going to BP Long Acres.
There's a toll on the economic well-being of the country each time there is a fuel shortage. So they need to at least put their house in order, make sure that this does not happen frequently. Because if it so happens that there is a shortage of fuel each time motorists go to the filling station, they don't find fuel, it's really inconveniencing.
Petroleum and Allied Workers Union of Zambia, PAWU's General Secretary Malambisha Chisembele has attributed the shortage of the commodity to the long queues experienced due to the oil marketing company's decision to get the commodity in Lusaka instead of in Deni.
Some filling stations are experiencing the power outages, so they can't pump fuel. As the minister said yesterday night, that the situation is under control. It's only transporters to transport fuel from Indeni to Lusaka. That's where the problem is.
Seen here are tankers where all marketing companies are currently getting their petroleum products. The long queues have a bearing on the availability of the product to the consumers. For PAWES, this shortage is also likely to have a bearing on their membership.
So concerned about our membership, because if the situation is like that, our members will be also affected. Next step of action, we are just praying that the government and the transporters, they work on that so that the situation is normalized.
They are urging all marketing companies to ensure the availability of the product to the consumers and avoid making an unnecessary shortage. Cecilia Kaya, Muvi TV Business News, in Lusaka.
Good management. As an executive, I think we've actually harnessed the few resources that we at our disposal to the betterment of the team. And of course, the sponsors come to the party as well. Yeah, they're able to meet some of the obligations that have to be made. In as far as the executions in terms of the game itself is concerned, yeah, so really it actually calls for concerted efforts coming from the executive, coming from the sponsors themselves, later on the sports fraternity. To the second session of the league is to actually attain even higher heights. We should be able to target possibly the top 3-4 bracket there.